Hello everyone, welcome back to CodeSkwela. And for today, join me as we go through on how we could deploy a Blazor application to Azure. Okay, so specifically Microsoft Azure. So with this one, we are going to deploy an application or a Blazor application via Visual Studio. All right. So first off, before we continue, uh, one requirement for this one is you need to sign up for an Azure account. And to do that, you can go to azure.microsoft.com and you can just sign up for a free account. So you can click on this button here, try Azure for free, and then you can follow through the sign up process. All right. So let's go back to our application that we want to deploy, right? So before we proceed, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to get updated with our latest videos. All right. So now, uh, as an example, I will use the Postman clone Blazor application. This is the one that we just did earlier ago from my previous episodes. And so if you're curious, I will add a link to that uh, set of videos, so including a playlist that I've compiled for that series. So the series would be building a Postman clone for with Blazor. Okay, so now we have our application here open on our Visual Studio uh, IDE. And then first thing we'll do is right click on our project. In this case, it's CodeSkwela Postman clone.blazor. Right click on that and then select this option, publish. And then from here, since we are using Azure, Microsoft Azure, we'll need to select Azure here. So from the different targets here, let's just select Azure. Let's click on it and then click next. And then from here, we have several options. So for this one, I will just use Azure App Service, specifically on our Linux environment. Okay, so there are other options, including Windows. But for this one, let's just use Linux. All right. So let's select this one, Azure App Service, Linux, and then click next. Okay, so from there, uh, if you haven't logged in yet to this window, it will require you to log into a Microsoft account. So I've already logged in before. So that's now the selected account for this one. Okay. So you need to select the subscription name. And then from here, since this is our first time that we'll be doing this, so we'll just click on create a new instance. And then from here, if you are already logged in, it will fill in the different details of your subscription. So including subscription name, and then resource group, and then hosting plan. So I'll just leave everything as a default, including this name. Okay, so I guess it's a sort of a timestamp added to your project name. Okay, and then once all of these defaults are you're all good with it, then you just click on create. So behind the scenes, it will prepare your application and your profile so that later on when you want to deploy later on, uh, because at times you will be doing multiple deployments throughout the lifespan of your application. So this would come in handy once you've set up your initial profile. Okay, so as you can see, there's this status here that tells you what it's currently doing. So at this point, it's just creating the app service. So uh, you can actually check this one on the Azure portal. So let me just open my Azure portal account here. So it's at portal.azure.com. And then, of course, if you're logged in, then it will require you to log in if you haven't done it yet. But yeah, this is now the interface of the Azure uh, console. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you can do here depending on what services you want. So Azure itself offers a wide range of different services that you can use in your development, in your whatever applications you want to do, even your infrastructure if you want to set up something like a network of your own. So yeah, it's quite extensive really. But although personally I haven't familiarized most of them, so hopefully I get a chance to do that and share it also with you, hopefully in the future. Okay, going back. Okay, I think most of the setup is done. So you have your subscription name, and then you have this display, or at least the sort of the structure, folder structure of your deployment. So let's just keep it as it is. So we don't need to do anything from here. All we need to do is just click next. All right. So from here, our option would be to publish this one instead of this CI/CD workflows. So with CI/CD workflows, which means continuous integration, continuous deployment, if you have quite a structured development workflow, then this is one way that you could uh, use or utilize, either going through the CI/CD workflow, which means that uh, part of your development workflow would be pushing changes to your repo, and then from there, if there are any changes, the repo, I mean the CI/CD would follow a specific process of building and then deploying that changes from your repo. But for us, we'll be doing a simple deployment. So let's just choose publish and then click finish. Okay. So now it says here that a publish profile has been created. All right. So it becomes part of your project. Okay. So let's just close this one. And now that published profile will be shown here or opened up. So let's just keep everything as a default. So now it also, as you can notice, there is this site section here at the bottom that has a link. This will be the link that you can use to open your application. Okay. So the last thing we need to do now is to actually do a publish of our application. So with that, all we need to do is click on the publish button. And then, yeah, everything will be handled by this process. Okay. So yeah, everything going through the different steps of trying to uh, deploy your application, create an instance of that app service, adding your application in there or deploying it in there, and then uh, trying to activate that instance so that it will be available to you or to everyone that for testing. All right. So we'll just wait for this one to finish up. So we'll just build this one and then build a release, sort of a release version of your application. Okay. So if your application is kind of complex, wherein you have different configurations for different environments, then that will be the time that this build process will be gathering or taking up from those different configuration settings and then compiling them as part of the deployment process. Okay. Going back to our console, I don't know if it's already been added, but I think you can see it under here. Okay, so going back to our Azure console here, I've opened the App Services page, and then as you can see here, it's already been created. It's just going through the different process of starting up or activating the application. So here the status is warming up your site, which means it's trying to, uh, let's say, it's starting to what's the definition? Make it alive. All right. So yeah, we'll just wait for it for a few moments, and hopefully that should it already opened up. So once I think past got the most of the processes there, then it will open up in your browser with the link. So notice I told you earlier that it generates a link. So this link would now be your public access to your application. So let's just wait for a while again, so that this application would spin up and be available to us. But I think on the Azure console, it's already indicating us running. But yeah, so hopefully this doesn't take that too long. So It should be coming up anytime soon now. And yeah, it's quite simple really. You can do it via the Visual Studio, fully on Visual Studio, because it allows you to set everything up as part of the that uh, initial publish setup. And then once you have your profile already, if you do any successive uh, deployments, then you'll just need to run this publish screen here. Okay, so now it says here that publish succeeded on this date and time. Then you can click on navigate. But here, let's go back to our site. Okay, so now it's already been deployed and it's already loading up. And now we have our Blazor application or Blazor server-side application deployed to Azure via app service. Of course, we can always test this one out. So let's try. Let's make a request. So we'll be using the RESTful API.dev endpoints. Okay, let's try to get some data from this endpoint. Let's click send. And nice, it was able to make a request to this endpoint. That's cool. So yeah, you can also, I think you can also query for a specific record. Let's click send. Nice, it still works. Let's try a post test here. Post. Uh, this endpoint would be slash objects only. Then set the body. Let's try sending it. Okay, so now it complains that you should add the content type. Okay, so let's add a header here. That should be content. Add a type. Okay, application JSON. Right. Click send. All right, we were able to make a post request to this endpoint. Cool. So let's try getting this record slash the ID. Then let's choose get. Then click send. Then we were still able to grab that data that we just posted. All right. So I think most of this works. Yeah. Uh, I think I'll be adding this one, but yeah. In another probably in a few days, I'll be setting this one up as to be having a custom uh, URL. So instead of this random URL that Azure generated. So maybe I'm naming this project probably or application Blaster. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll post a new an update for this one so that you can try and access this one publicly, and maybe you can test this one out. And yeah, so I think that completes our demo for this episode. So yeah, if you have some any thoughts, ideas, questions, or whatever you have in mind, please let me know in the comment section, and yeah, I'll be happy to respond to it. But for now, I think this completes our episode. So yeah, uh, if I've got nothing else to discuss, but yeah, I hope to see you soon again in our next episode. And please keep learning and see you again in our next episode. Thanks, everyone, and have a wonderful day. Bye.